Hey there, friends, and welcome back to another 3-Minute Thoughts. My name is Derek, and in the next 3 minutes, we're going to take a look at Amos chapters 6 through 9. These chapters bring the prophet's message to a pinnacle moment. There's a serious yet sobering tone. Israel is at ease, arrogant, and self-indulgent as ever, and then judgment looms just around the corner. As the book ends, though, we see a surprising promise of restoration. God will not forget his covenant, and after the shaking comes the rebuilding. All right, let's take a look at chapter 6. Amos opens with this piercing rebuke in a summary of highlights of verses 1, 4, and 6. Woe to those who are at ease in Zion, who lie on beds of ivory, but are not grieved over the ruin of Joseph. The elite in Israel live lives of luxury, music, and wine, completely disconnected from the suffering all around them. They're smug in their prosperity and military strength, but it's simply a delusion. God declares that they will be the first to go into exile, and their lavish lifestyles will be stripped away. Moving on to chapter 7, we see that Amos receives a series of visions. One about locusts. Amos prays, and God relents. Another vision is a fire that would consume. Again, Amos will plead, and God withholds judgment. Lastly, there will be a plumb line vision, and this is a measuring line of righteousness. This time, God will not pass by again. Judgment has been set. Then Amos is confronted by Amaziah, a priest of Bethel, who tells him to go prophesy somewhere else. Amos boldly stands his ground, reminding him that this isn't his career, it's his calling from God. Amaziah is warned, judgment will strike his own house. Chapter 8 God shows Amos a vision of ripe fruit, signaling that Israel's time is up. Their sins, well, they trample the needy, they cheat in the marketplace, and they long for the Sabbath to be over so that they can resume profiteering. God promises a spiritual famine, not of bread, but of hearing his word. A terrifying silence is coming when God stops speaking, and it's too late to listen. Chapter 9, Amos sees God standing by the altar, ready to strike. There is nowhere to hide from judgment. God's reach is total. God promises to sift the people like grain, removing the wicked but preserving a remnant. And then the book ends with stunning hope. It says, "In that day I will raise up the booth of David that is fallen." God will rebuild David's kingdom, bring in the nations, and bless the land with abundance, vineyards, and cities that have been restored. In all these chapters, we see Amos closing out this message with a call to wake from false security. God judges and yet is providing hope, friends.